flourished has changed dramatically in the last few years, and if they were returned now, they would perish. Making sure habitats remain a safe and suitable environment for animals is also a critical part of conservation efforts. Managing the entire population of a species is an enormous task, but several members of this outstanding staff do just that. They are entrusted with keeping national records on several species, playing a critical role in whether these species survive. For some endangered species, the entire country looks to the Detroit Zoo for help. Curators here oversee the genetic diversity of snow monkeys as well as rockhopper and macaroni penguins. They are responsible for planning the nationwide captive propagation of these species. They also help to manage the population of Siberian cranes. Working with the International Crane Foundation and the Soviet government, the Detroit Zoo is helping to improve the future of this threatened bird. In a quiet area of the zoo, away from the eyes of the public, Siberian cranes are being encouraged to breed. It is hoped that one day they will be returned to their native Siberian habitat. The Detroit Zoo has also been involved in breeding and raising another endangered bird, the beautiful and very rare Bali Myna. This pigeon-sized bird with the frothy topknot is found only on the island of Bali in Indonesia. Because there was such a demand for them as pets, Bali Mynas were recklessly taken from the wild until fewer than 20 remained. A species survival plan was devised to save this unique bird, and the Detroit Zoo has been instrumental in successfully breeding them. Many birds were released into their native habitat. They carried a mini backpack, and because there is a worldwide decline of most amphibians, each little creature was equipped with They have been returned to their native island and released, where they are now breeding with wild birds. Reintroducing zoo-bred animals to the wild is not simply a matter of letting them go. This is especially true for animals like the Puerto Rican crested toad. When these toads specially designed radio transmitter. Monitoring zoo-bred animals released into their natural habitats is critical. It helps to determine the success or failure of a reintroduction program. This kind of data has helped researchers perfect the reintroduction techniques that are being used for the California condor. This once abundant winged scavenger nearly disappeared from its west coast habitat. A naturally low birth rate, combined with hunters' guns and an expanding human population, pushed these majestic survivors to the brink of extinction. The breeding techniques that will help California condors survive have already been perfected by a handful of zoos working with their South American cousin, the Andean condor. But only zoos that already have experience with Andean condors, like the Detroit Zoo, will assist with the release program of the nearly extinct California condor. The conservation of wildlife in our waters is just as important as the protection of wildlife on our land. Africa's Lake Victoria, once host to the most spectacular concentration of fish species in the world, is in the midst of a biological catastrophe. Scientists in East Africa are turning to the Belle Isle Aquarium for help. Humans introduced a new species to the lake for sport fishing. This fish-eating predator has now consumed half of all the once abundant cichlid fishes. As a result, the entire ecosystem of the lake is coming apart. The Belle Isle Aquarium currently maintains 4 of the most endangered cichlid species of fish. They are part of an SSP program to breed and eventually reintroduce these species with the hope of regaining a healthy lake. Throughout the world, many animals are in trouble in the wild, but zoos and aquariums can't save them all. The Detroit Zoological Institute, along with many zoos, is working to save the endangered among us, particularly those animals that will have the greatest effect on the survival of other species and their environments. With the human population soaring, we are building more, driving more, using more natural resources and creating more waste than ever before. What does this mean for our children's future? We did not inherit this earth from our parents. We have borrowed it from our children. At the zoo, it's not just animals you are seeing. You are witnessing an international effort to protect the wildlife and wild places that still exist. Zoos are making a difference. They are sanctuaries for animal and man alike, a magnificent celebration of all creatures, great and small.